Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Traveling with Vaugh. Today, we're going to do a part 2 on things that you need to know before visiting Africa. So if you haven't seen part 1, head on over to see part 1 first before you see part 2. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and click that bell. Guys, click the bell. I have begged you on my life, click the bell, please click my bell. I want you to guys have all the notifications that we have constantly populating throughout the channel. Make sure you check out the community page. Make sure you check us out on TikTok. Check me out on IG, Travel with Vaugh. Make sure you check me out on Facebook at Vaugh Fowler, and then there's Travel with Vaugh on Facebook. And you guys can also check out my travel agent page called Vaugh the Travel Agent, which is on IG and on Facebook. All right, so let's get started, right? So I already did a part 1. I want to do a part 2 to things that you need to know before visiting Africa for the first time. So let's get started. Make sure you have, number 1, a VPN, virtual private network. This is where you are allowed to go in to use your internet service and don't have any blockers, because certain countries in Africa will block certain items in regards to you watching on the internet, or you can't look at certain websites. The VPN will allow you to do that. It will allow you to go in to do that. Tunnel Bear is a great option. That video will be posted, or should it be posted by now? It will be posted by now. Go check out that video. I use Tunnel Bear. It's a great VPN to utilize, and it also, manages the traffic and gives you like activity on what's going on. Make sure hackers aren't coming into your VPN. So number 1, make sure you get a VPN. 2, dress appropriately. Like if you're going to where like malaria is high and yellow fever vaccination is required, you might want to wear long sleeves, because mosquitoes, unfortunately, they'll eat you alive. They just do. Make sure you wear long sleeve and long pants, things that breathe, but make sure you wear that on top of some like DEET spray or off spray as well. All right, number 3, make sure you get some sunscreen. I know as African Americans, like, I don't need no sunscreen. I don't need no sunscreen. Yes, you do. I have a bald head. You see, bald. I gotta put on sunscreen. That heat and that sun in Africa is something fierce, okay? Listen, every time I go to Zanzibar and I go from like being in the beautiful water and then go back to my hotel, my skin be on fire. So I encourage you to get some sunscreen with some PF in it. All right, next, make sure you take a flashlight. Unfortunately, the power is not as stable as America. Make sure you take a flashlight in case you need it to, look around and get around with it wherever you are staying or wherever you are, okay? Another thing, make sure you take dry foods, and make sure you take dry foods. Now, funny story. So normally when I used to go, I used to take dry foods because it was kind of like, especially when I went to Chad, I took dry foods because, I didn't really know what the food tastes like, and I didn't want my stomach to be upset. So I was like, you know what, let me just take some ramen noodles. Let me take some cereal, some applesauce, some Jello, stuff that I know that I brought from America. I put in my bag to take over. And I remember I was staying in this local hotel in Chad, and I had left my bag out, and it was like a local family. It was their hotel or whatever. And the sister and it was a 4 or 5 year old little boy. He would come and she would clean my room while I was like working and getting things done. And baby, when he saw my bag, he saw that Jello, his eyes was like. And so he went to my bag, grabbed the Jello. So I'm like, I heard him. I'm like, well, what the hell is that? Eating. So I look around the corner. I'm like, what you doing? And he's like, eat my food, And his sister was like, stop it, you can't do that. You can't eat our guest food. And I'm like, no, he's fine. But, the dry food to him and the Jello, it was absolutely amazing. But again, I have it, I take it with me sometimes, just in case, I want like a light snack or something like that. Take you some, because again, you never know. The food may just not sit well in your stomach. It happens, it just is what it is. So I would pack some dry food, some Jello, some applesauce, just in case. Just to have like as a late night snack if you just can't get to any place, any food, or if you're not feeling well, it'll help coat your stomach. Make sure you take a first aid kit. That's the other thing. Make sure you take a first aid kit with all the basics down to like your alcohol, your hand sanitizer, your gauze, your bandage, your Tylenol, maybe some eye wash. Make sure you have a first aid kit on hand, just in case if something's minor that you just need to wrap up or fix. Things can happen. And my last 2 is respect the locals when taking photos. Like, one of my biggest pet peeves is when foreigners go into Africa and take photos of people as if they're some foreign species or something. Africans are human beings just like us. We're all the same, no different, just in a different continent, right? Like, it's almost like you're going to take pictures of people in the zoo. I absolutely hate that with a passion. Don't do that. Because a lot of times, those people will run up on you, snatch your cell phone, or get your ass right together. And I'm going to say ass, and don't beat me. Because you shouldn't be taking photos of them like that. Like, it's very, I'm saying say slightly, it's very disrespectful. So be mindful, like, ask, can you take a photo? You know, or like, hey, can we take a photo together? You know, like, make sure that they're okay with the photo taking, okay? Please. And finally, check the visa requirements for visiting each country. There are some countries that you cannot get visa on arrival. Nigeria, you cannot get visa on arrival. You cannot hop on a plane and go and think you're gonna walk in Nigeria on visa on arrival. They just don't allow that. Uganda, you can get visa on arrival, right? And there might be some qualification that you have to do that, but make sure you check that out before you go visit that country. Like Tanzania, you can do it. Rwanda, you can do it. But me personally, I always like to get my visas before I go because I don't want no problems. I want everything done and in my passport before I walk across those fly across the borders. So make sure you do that. Guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. Make sure you leave comments below letting me know your thoughts about this video today and how you felt about it. And maybe some of the other advice or maybe some other things that I'm missing in regards to visiting Africa. Let me know about it in the notes below. All right? Guys, thank you for watching my video today, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.